Hi Aquarius, welcome to Yellow Card No Tarot with me. My name is Carol. Aquarius, this is going to be a general reading for you, and there's no date on my reading, and so I trust that when it comes into your feed, it's meant for you. In today's reading, we're going to be doing a new series called It's Time to Be Seen. I have not done it on this channel before because this reading is inspired by a course that I'm taking right now, and the course is called Personal Transformation. And if some of you have had a chance to see a video that I just put out explaining my new gift that has come to me because of my own shadow work healing, which is shamanism. I am a shamanic healer now, and I've been taking this course through the Foundation of Shamanic Studies, where I do my studying for shamanism. And the course is really about finding out what part of me, what part of my soul needs to be seen right now and needs to come alive. And so I thought, you know, it was so powerful for me, this course. I'm still in it right now. And I thought, I wonder if I can apply this to a reading. And so this is what I'm going to do today. And so in this reading, I'm going to be using the Ehrenberg Tarot. I'll also be using the Tarot AE Weight. I'm sure people will call it Rider Waite, but it's a special deck that I was told was the one that I needed to get, and I really like it. I've been using it today. And I'm also going to be pulling at the end of the reading because I just thought, because this was inspired by a shamanic course I'm taking, I'm going to pull an oracle card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And these so far have been right on for me. So I'm really glad I'm using those. So let's, what do I want to do right now? Oh yeah, I want to tell you about the reading. So yeah, it's time to be seen. So we're going to look at, first of all, what part of you is still hiding. I'm going to look at what challenges are testing your growth. And that's going to come from your unconscious, your shadow. There's going to be some blocks here that are preventing you from seeing what you're hiding. And then we're going to look at what soul gifts did you come here to share. All right, so fascinating reading for you. And so I'm going to make sure I pull this card at the end for you. Well, make sure I'm going to pull it right now, but I won't tell you what it is until the end. So let's begin with the Ehrenberg Tarot. And I'm going to ask for one card for Aquarius to what part of Aquarius is still hiding. So let's get one card. One card, please, for that. One card for Aquarius. What part of Aquarius are they still hiding? Okay, it was the second last card. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. What challenges are testing Aquarius's growth right now? You have the Temperance in reverse. And finally, what soul gifts did Aquarius come here to share? One card, please. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, clarify this. Can you tell me something about the Six of Swords? Can you clarify that? Couple cards for the Six of Swords to clarify. Couple cards. One more card. Okay. You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Joy card. Sorry, the Sun card, which is my Joy card. So, one major arcana card, the Sun, Temperance, which is another major arcana card. And these I'm gonna, these are important because these are big universal forces that I have to look at to see, it helps me understand the reading a bit better. So give me a couple cards for the Temperance. What can you tell me about Temperance? I'm gonna do that again. I wasn't sure. Okay, a couple more cards. For Temperance. Tell me some more about Temperance. One more card about for Temperance. There we go. Beginning. Okay, the 7 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Wands. And the 9 of Cups. Couple more cards for that one. That one does not want, I couldn't shuffle anymore, so I gotta have that one. Queen of Wands in reverse. And let's go with one more card. Okay. Wow. The Empress. Another major arcana. Okay, so I'm going to pull your oracle card right now. I won't tell you what it is until the end. Keep it a big surprise. It gives me a bit more information. It tells me, just a bit more last kind of message from the universe about it's time to be seen, and a little word of advice. I try to be really deliberate with this deck. It's a bit bigger to hold on to, but there we go. Came out. Okay, so I'll put that there. I'll read that at the end. So, what part of you is still hiding, Aquarius? We start off with the 6 of Swords. And 6 of Swords speaking... talks about this mother and this child figure that are going to a safer place, right? You see where just they have calmer waters here in the back, and I think the water there is really. I just look at the moon. This is the first time I've really looked at the water and how the moon is shining on that water, and water is all about your emotions. But this card itself, the 6 of Swords, represents for me, it's my card of safety. You'll notice that at the end of my video, I'll often say, stay safe. And that was an expression that kind of was thrown around for COVID, but that's not why I'm saying it. For me, one of the most important things on your healing journey is that you're in a safe place. You need to be in a safe place in order to do the healing that we need to do. Oftentimes we can think we're in a safe place when we're in a relationship with somebody, whether it's an intimate, it could be a friend that we have, a co-worker, but we sometimes think we're in a safe place with this person. We might be involved with somebody because we think they bring us protection, when really it's the opposite, right? But we don't realize it. And so this card has come up for you as an opening card, and the question comes up as like, Aquarius, are you in a safe place? Because, in order to bring out something, in order to become seen, in order to bring that part out of you that it wants to make itself visible to the world, whatever it is, you need to be in a safe place, or you're going to be too scared to do it, right? I had to be very, very safe before I could ever get to the gift of shamanism that I had buried deep in my shadow. I had to be very, very safe in my own life for me to be able to bring that out, because there was so much trauma around it. And so I think this 3 of Pentacles card comes out right after it. And the 3 of Pentacles is in reverse, because there's a resistance to you. It says, like, I think there's a part of you, this talks about, it's a card about, you know, maybe getting help from someone, asking for help, because it's a co-creative card. And so, you know, do you need help? Do you need help getting safe? Do you need to go into therapy? Maybe, like, maybe you're in a relationship that you need to get, example, maybe, and it's a general reading. So maybe you're in a relationship where you're not safe, because that question of safety is coming up. Do you need help getting out of it? Is therapy, you know, is there something here that you need to do? Do you need to ask someone for help? Do you need to go back to therapy? I often see the Three of Pentacles as a therapy card. But I think there's a resistance on your part to either seeing that you're in an unsafe place, or you have a resistance to getting help, right? Because there's this joy. The universe is saying, you know, it wants to bring you to a place where you're feeling that pure happiness, and it's not where I want you to put on this, you know, don't ever tell me to put on a smile and be happy when you're not. I will never tell you that. But this is a place of absolute joy, again, in your life, to bring back some joy in your life. And that pure joy, blissful joy that, you know, children feel, where they're free. They're free to be them because they're not afraid, right? And so I feel like there's a big part of you that's sitting in a lot of fear, and then there's this promise, almost like this, the universe is saying, but I want you to have this. It's a juxtaposition here where, look what you can have. You can have this complete freedom to be you. And I don't think it's here. I don't think you feel like you have the freedom to be you, because you're not in a safe place. And yet there's this, there's a resistance on your part to getting help for some reason, or realizing that you need help. So that's what's sort of hiding here. So I think this is almost like I think what's hiding here is the fact that, well, I think you're hiding behind your fear, right? There's a lot of fear here. So that's the part of you that's hiding. There's a real scared part here. I want to know why you're scared. Where's this fear coming from? You know, because oftentimes when we can heal where this fear is coming from, underneath it there's something else for us. And so you have the Temperance card here, and the Temperance card is in reverse. Temperance is a big card. It's a major arcana card, right? And it has a cup here, a cup of emotions. And see how this individual is just pouring these emotions very slowly, right? And it talks about the flow and the balance of emotions, and that's how it was meant to be, right? Emotions are meant to come in, and we feel them, and then we let them go. But you didn't have that flow of emotions. Your emotions were blocked. Very much like it came to almost like they got sort of stuck. That flow wasn't anymore, right? And so you have a real blockage here of some emotions around something. Seven of Cups comes in behind it to kind of explain what happened. But Seven of Cups tells me that there's this individual that's looking out here and having a really difficult time selecting one of these cups here on offer. And they have all these weird things coming out of the cup, right? And I think when you were younger, there was just so much going on in your life, so much. And as a child, you would not have been able to understand what was going around you. And what happens with children when they have this chaotic situation, this childhood that's too much going on for a child, they just kind of they get pulled up in their head by their ego, because Their ego will say, well, this is where you need to be. Come up in your head, because if you were to stay in your body as a child, and we all are in our body when we're very young. But if there's some traumatic events that happened to us when we were younger, well, our ego self will pull us up in our head because there's no emotions up there. And so we can stay up here. So we don't have to feel these big emotions like fear, like grief, like shame, because we're too young to feel those. And so you became quite dissociated early on when you were younger. And when we talk about not being able to feel anymore, and that's what happened, because there's too much going on. And so you went right up into your head. And so the Four of Wands comes out next. Four of Wands talks about these individuals that are celebrating their freedom, that almost like they've walked away from these walls, and they're allowed to be themselves. And because the Wands is about going towards your purpose, celebrating who you are. But I'm going to say that you came from a very controlling environment when you were younger. This is what the Four of Wands tells me when it sits in the shadow right here. And because it's in the shadow, it was like you didn't get to be who you wanted to be, or even have that opportunity, because you were quite controlled. And oftentimes, I look at these as bars that you're still sitting in, right? So you're very controlling environment when you were younger, with a lot going on, and you weren't allowed to feel your emotions. Those were dangerous things to feel. So when you're sitting in a situation right now, Aquarius, where you're probably not in a place where you can be safe, and for you to touch your emotions, it's not something you want to do when you go into therapy or get help from that, because you learned at a very young age that your emotions were dangerous to you. And so I think there are some real big emotions here that need to come up for you, that you need to feel. And they're being blocked now by a lot of fear and your situation that you're in. And so what soul gifts did you come here to share? What's wanting to break out here, right? What's your soul want to say to you? What gifts want to come out here? Start off with the Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles is this the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is this individual that, I can see fear in his eyes. It's in reverse here, because again, that tells me there's a real resistance to this. But this is this individual that he's so close to the 10, right? He's one away from that full completion of the cycle of cups, your emotions. And the 10 of Cups has that, and the Rider-Waite deck has that beautiful rainbow of emotions that we're all supposed to feel. But this particular individual, I call him my spiritual bypasser. He's the one that's decided, I'm not feeling anymore. I'm done feeling. I'm done healing. I don't want to heal anymore. I'm done. I've done all the healing I can. I don't want to touch my emotions anymore. And there's a real fear behind that, right? And so I think this is definitely what we need to look at, is how you have shut yourself completely down from looking at your emotions, and yet there's something here that's under this fear, right? And the two beautiful cards that come out next have to do with your feminine side. You have the Queen, and then you have the Empress. We all have a masculine side and we have a feminine side. It has nothing to do with our gender, but over the decades, the feminine side of us has been repressed by the masculine in many cases, and by the feminine too, right? And so this feminine side has so many beautiful qualities that are coming out, that can come out for us. And I think over the years, they've been repressed in you because they're wanting to come out, these beautiful feminine qualities that are here for you. And one of them is the Queen of Wands. The Wands talks about our purpose and the direction we're meant to go in. And maybe you've had some real anger around this and felt some real hopelessness around this, but there's a real new direction, feminine, creative side that's opening up for you right now. Because the Empress card's here. She's a major arcana, and she represents the second half of the feminine archetype in the major arcana. First half is the intuition, the high priestess, and now we have the Empress. She's all about emotions. She's all about creativity. She leads through her body. She's very much in her body. And so there's a real call for you to get back into your body, a real call for you to feel these emotions that you would have felt when you were younger, that, you know, told you all about your direction and purpose that you were meant to bring out into this world. And so you have some beautiful feminine gifts that are here, creative gifts that are here for you to share with the rest of the world. But there's, you need to be safe. You need to, you know, reach out to get some help in order to, you know, start to uncover what these gifts are, what this beautiful feminine side is that wants to come out for you. And so what's this last piece of advice from the universe? Well, you have deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. I think I know where this is going. So this is the final word for you, piece of advice from the universe. Deep quiet, meditation, stillness, and clarity. When deep quiet appears, it is a message from the cosmos calling you to stillness. To step outside the concerns of your everyday life. And you know, maybe this is what this is, these Six of Swords, this safety card, these concerns, this feeling, this fear. This does not mean to slow down and take a breath, although this is a good start. The cosmos is inviting you to go deep, to that place where the noise stops and there is only the vast emptiness of inner space. That's asking you to sit with this fear, these feelings, to go really deep with what you're feeling right now. When we don't respond to the invitation offered by deep quiet, life can stop us in our tracks with an illness or a crisis. Listen to the still, the small voice. Remember that you want to catch spirit on a whisper, not a shout. And it is only human to argue that you are too busy to slow down, that you don't have the time, the inclination, the money for a retreat. Do not let any of these reasons get the better of you. Stop the world and enter the deep quiet before you come to a crashing halt. It's almost got like a tower in reverse here that's warning you, you know, that now is the time. Now is the time to come to that dead stop and feel and hear, you know, what's your soul want to tell you, you know, because there's beautiful gifts in the stillness. And so I'm going to leave you with the video that I just put out on the channel if you haven't had a chance to see it. And it's about my gift from doing my own shadow work, which is my gift of shamanism. And there's a special offer for the subscribers of my channel and those of you that come to this channel. And so take a look at the video and see what the offer is for you. So I want you to have compassion for yourself, Aquarius, for what you're working through. This healing journey is very difficult, but it's the most important journey of your life. So I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay grounded. And I think this is asking you to get grounded. And I'll talk soon. Bye-bye.